In an abandoned fortress at the edge of the Gobi Desert where sand whispered under the wind and the stars seemed unnervingly close, an artifact was kept, a thin fabric black as a moonless night, embroidered with silver threads forming unreadable symbols. Local nomads called it the Wailing Veil and avoided even speaking of it, believing it was woven from the shadows of the dead and steeped in their pain. It was said that whoever donned the veil would gain knowledge of the future but become prey to something dwelling beyond the light. In November 2025, a group of treasure hunters, Mary, Ethan, and Lisa, slipped into the fortress, driven by rumors of the veil's value. They found it in an underground chamber, suspended above a cracked stone altar. The fabric swayed, though no breeze stirred, and emitted a faint, almost human wail. The chamber's walls were scratched, as if someone had clawed to escape, and the air reeked of old blood. Mary, the boldest, took the veil from the altar. Instantly, their flashlights dimmed, and the wail grew louder, turning into a piercing scream. The sand on the floor swirled, forming figures tall, emaciated, with skin like cracked clay and eyes burning silver. Their mouths were stitched shut, but black ooze seeped from the seams. One creature seized Ethan, its fingers sinking into his chest. His skin tore like fabric, exposing ribs that snapped with a crunch. His scream choked off as his face crumpled like paper, vanishing into the void beneath the creature's veil. Lisa tried to flee, but the sand turned to quicksand, dragging her down. The creatures surrounded her, their stitched mouths ripping open to reveal teeth like glass shards. Her body was torn apart, blood soaking into the sand, while the veil, still clutched by Mary, began wrapping around her hands, biting into her skin like a living thing. She saw visions, her future, filled with pain and darkness, but a cold, empty voice whispered in her mind, "You are mine." From the altar rose the primary entity, a figure draped in a copy of the veil, its body fluid like liquid shadow. Its face was featureless, save for silver threads weaving mock eyes that pierced the soul. Mary tried to remove the veil, but it had fused to her skin, and her body began to dissolve into sand. The last thing she saw was her own hands, now black fabric, reaching for her throat as the creature whispered, "Become me." The fortress fell silent again. The Wailing Veil returned to the altar, but the sand around it stirs, and at night, screams mingle with the wind. Travelers wandering the desert sometimes find a black fabric lying in the sand, but those who touch it vanish, their cries fading into the stars, their shadows joining those who dwell within the veil.